Okay, we're going to go over the Audio2000 akj7809 recordable all-in-one karaoke system with wireless microphones. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the unit itself. We're going to start from this area here. This is your master mic and music volume. So when you're turning up your music, that's exactly where you're going to run it from, no other place. This is the master mic volume, and then you have the secondary. So you'll control your microphones from here, and you'll set your mics, the master volume right here. You could set it right here or right here. So if you think of a clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. But I would definitely keep it further down. Then over here you have what's called the mic effects. This allows you to enhance the echo, put a little more bass into it or treble. I just kept it right there. The amount of master echo is right here. And then you have what's called repeat and delay. This just changes how much it echoes, how tight it is, and so forth. So you can mess around with that. Then over here you have an EQ, and it will show as you back up. You have the EQ, and you have right here, this is the button to push the EQ on. I had already set it. What you normally do is bring each one down and then have someone listen to the system from in the middle of the room and start bringing up each level until they feel that it sounds basically just hitting the sweet spot. Then over here you have the power. Now it has a power on the front, but on the back it has a main power switch that you need to turn on before you do this. Then it shows the inputs. You have disc, and then if you go into the remote control, into the setup, you could go into the source and change it to USB or SD in order to play it back. Then you have AV1, AV2, AV3. AV1 and 2 are just external components or RCAs that you could hook up. Like in the back I have a cable hooked up to the AV1. Then AV2 is if you have a secondary one. AV3 is right here. It just allows you to hook up other devices. I temporarily have this just for demonstration purposes. A thumb drive that you could put in there if you want to record yourself singing. Then you look at this section. This is basically your disc section. So you have your key control to change it up and down. You have the different functions for your CD. Then you also have what's called a record button. So if I have this SD card in here and I want to record this, all I have to do is press record. It will, if you're playing a song and you decide you want to record the song that's in here, because that's the only place that the record will work, is with the CD player. So let's say you're playing a karaoke song, you want to record the song, you press record, it will start, it will show that it's recording on the bottom. In fact, let's see if we could get it to do it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play a song. It brings up a song, as you see on the TV, and then I'm going to press record once it starts. So see how it basically starts it over? So it's showing that it's ready and it's recording, see? So check, 1, 2. Okay, so we just did a quick record. We'll go ahead and stop this. Now what we'll do is we'll go into the setup, and you'll see it on the screen over here. As I push setup, I go into source, down, go to the right, and choose USB. Now what it's going to do is it's going to show me what's on that USB. We just did track 2, so I'm going to go ahead and choose track 2. Check, 1, 2. So you see the quick check. Of course, you never want to run the microphone in front of the speaker because you heard the feedback. Alright, going back to this, we said that we have microphone 1 and 2, so you're running the dual wireless, and you'll notice that I put the dual wireless down on the floor, and the reason being, when I had it up here on top, it created a vibration that you didn't want. So you want to make sure you run this separate. Then you also look over here, you have what's called a keyboard input and a guitar. So if you want to plug in a keyboard and play, you can. A guitar, plug in headphones. If you have a karaoke disc that has vocals, lead vocals in it, you can take the vocals out. And then of course this is just selecting whatever track that you want to. when you're utilizing either a keyboard or a guitar, you do have the ability to push this in to turn on the effects, meaning that it's utilizing the echo. Now we're going to look at the back of the system. I'm just going to go over the hookups real quick. On the back of the system, you'll notice this is just for demonstration purposes. You already have a cable that you could plug in. It's a yellow cable that you could utilize. And then this is the cable you could use for a laptop. You could also at a later date, if you didn't want to run the microphone cables in the front, you could get special cables and plug them up in the back. And then this is just external, running external, like if you had a DVD player you wanted to run and so forth. You could even run what's called an effects processor. So let's say you had a processor for the guitar, you could run that out of here, or the keyboard, or the mics and so forth. Here's that main power source that I talked about. You could even plug in your wireless mics into here. So we'll go back out to the front real quick, and we're going to look at, when you open up the box, what you're going to see is you're going to see a remote control in here, 2 corded microphones. You're going to see your power cord. Then this is extra RCA cables. You could use the yellow cable, or just go to the store and get a long video cable that you could go to a TV with. And then you have the microphone cables. And of course the manual. So that's pretty much it as far as the system.